Many people believe true strength is simply the ability to stand firm. But in Shaolin philosophy, that's only the beginning. Real strength is the ability to keep moving when your body begins to tire, when your joints are under pressure, and when time is no longer on your side. Because in real life, you can't turn back the clock, but you can keep your body functioning like a well-built machine. Keep your joints stable, keep your spine mobile, keep your strength from fading with the years. Today, I'm going to share 6 simple exercises with you. They combine the principles of modern physical therapy with movement principles that the Shaolin monks have preserved for centuries. These aren't just exercises to make you stronger. They're designed to restore the physical functions that gradually disappear with age. Painful knees, stiff hips, weak shoulders, a rounded upper back, a tight lower spine, or that growing feeling of heaviness after the age of 50. We'll begin with the first exercise. A movement that isn't talked about very often, but one that will reveal exactly where your body is hiding its weaknesses. Exercise 1. Reverse Nordic curl. Even many experienced athletes quickly discover their limits with this exercise. In modern physical therapy, it is considered one of the most effective exercises for restoring knee strength, increasing the load-bearing capacity of the quadriceps, and building a solid foundation for the entire lower body. The Shaolin monks understood this long ago. What they valued most was the strength of the tendons, the stability of the joints, and the body's ability to maintain its structure over time. What makes the reverse Nordic curl unique is that the quadriceps must generate their greatest force while in a lengthened position. This is also the position where injuries are most likely to occur, and where the body is naturally at its weakest. If you frequently experience knee pain, feel discomfort when climbing stairs, or spend long hours sitting every day, the tissues at the front of your thighs and hips gradually become shortened and tight. As a result, your knees are forced to absorb greater stress with every movement. This is an exercise you should prioritize. Now, kneel on the floor with both knees. Keep your shins flat against the ground. Stand as tall as possible. Lift your chest slightly. Brace your deep core. Imagine a straight line running from your knees, through your hips, to your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Then slowly lean backward. Every bit of the movement should come from your knees. Lower yourself as slowly as possible. Control every centimeter. Feel the front of your thighs begin to generate force. Your deep core stabilizes your spine. Your glutes keep your pelvis steady. If your lower back begins to arch, or your hips bend too early, reduce the range of motion. Keep your body moving as one solid unit. When you reach your limit, contract your quadriceps as hard as you can. Slowly pull yourself back to the starting position. Don't jerk your body upward. Let your muscles do the work. If your legs begin to shake, that's a sign your nervous system is recruiting muscle fibers that are rarely used. That's exactly what this exercise is meant to achieve. Perform 3 to 5 repetitions. As your strength improves, increase your range of motion. Don't rush to add more repetitions. Simply leaning back a few more centimeters will reveal just how weak your quadriceps really are, how tight your hip flexors have become, and how much less stable your knees are than you may have realized. That is your body's honest feedback. The reverse Nordic curl doesn't just make your muscles stronger. It also trains your nervous system to produce force in the very position where your body is most vulnerable. Over time, the tendons around your knees become better adapted to handling stress. Your connective tissues grow stronger. Your ability to control and stabilize your knees improves. This creates the foundation for your body to enter a natural anabolic state, a state that prioritizes repair, regeneration, and the rebuilding of healthy tissues after every training session. Exercise 2. This is one of the most underrated movements in the modern fitness world. Yet it has been practiced for centuries in many ancient training systems. The dead hang. If you spend hours sitting every day, working in front of a computer, constantly looking down at your phone, or driving for long periods, then your spine is almost always under compression. Your vertebrae are subjected to constant pressure. Your shoulders gradually round forward. Your chest begins to collapse. Your neck muscles grow tighter, and your upper back slowly loses its natural mobility. Over time, your nervous system begins to accept this shortened posture as normal. In the training of the Shaolin monks, climbing and hanging were never performed for show. They were practiced to preserve the longevity of the spine, keep the shoulder joints healthy, and maintain the mobility of the entire upper body. Grip a pull-up bar firmly. Place your hands about shoulder width apart or slightly wider. Slowly lift your feet off the ground. Let your entire body relax. This is the passive hang. Don't try to tense your shoulders. Don't pull yourself upward. Let gravity do the work. Allow your shoulders to gradually rise toward your ears. Feel your entire body weight gently lengthening your spine. The spaces between your vertebrae begin to open. The connective tissues around your shoulders and upper back are gently decompressed. You may hear a few soft popping sounds, or feel long-held areas of tightness begin to release. That's completely normal. In many cases, it's simply the space your joints have been missing for months, or even years. Hold this position for about 20 to 30 seconds. Breathe slowly and deeply, then transition into the active hang. This time, keep your elbows straight, but gently pull your shoulder blades down and slightly back. You'll begin to feel the muscles around your armpits, your upper back, the muscles surrounding your shoulder blades, and your deep core engage. These are the stabilizing muscles that protect your shoulders whenever you lift, pull, or carry heavy objects. The passive hang restores mobility. The active hang builds stability. And a healthy body needs both. During the same set, alternate between complete relaxation and active engagement. Your ultimate goal is to accumulate about 60 seconds of hanging during each workout. After a few weeks of consistent practice, you'll notice a stronger grip, more stable shoulders, a more open upper back, a naturally better posture, and the feeling of compression throughout your upper body will gradually fade away. Next comes a movement that almost everyone has done, but very few people ever unlock its full potential. Exercise 3. Fingertip Push-Up. In Shaolin training, true strength always begins with the smallest foundations. If your grip is weak, if your tendons and connective tissues aren't strong enough, then no matter how large your muscles become, you will never be able to transfer your strength efficiently. The Shaolin monks understood this long ago. They trained their hands, their wrists, and their entire tendon system to build an unbreakable chain of force. That's why they spent years practicing push-ups on their fingertips. In this exercise, your entire body weight is supported only by your fingertips. This forces your tendons, your ligaments, and the small muscles of your hands to adapt to increasing levels of stress. According to biomechanical research, this exercise helps strengthen the tendons, increase the density of connective tissue, and improve the transmission of nerve signals to the extremities. As a result, your grip becomes stronger, your wrists become more stable, and force can be transferred smoothly throughout the entire arm. Now, place both hands on the floor. Support yourself on your fingertips. Spread your fingers evenly. Brace your deep core. Engage your glutes. Keep your body in one straight line. Then, slowly lower yourself toward the floor. If you aren't strong enough yet, place your knees on the ground for support. For each set, just perform 3 to 5 perfect repetitions. If your fingertips begin to tremble, or your forearms start to burn, that's a sign that the smallest structures in your body are beginning to adapt. Now, we're moving to a part of the body that is rarely trained the way it should be. The hips. Exercise 4 to 90 hip switch. If sitting cross-legged feels uncomfortable, if one hip is always stiffer than the other, or every time you bend, twist, or squat, your lower back ends up doing the work your hips should be doing, then this is the exercise you need. Your hips are the body's central hub for transferring force. When they lose their natural ability to rotate, every structure above and below them has to compensate. Your knees absorb more stress. Your lower back becomes overworked. Your posture begins to change, and your ability to generate force declines noticeably. Sit down on the floor. Place one leg in front of you, the other leg behind you. Both knees should be bent at roughly 90 degrees. Keep your back straight. Lift your chest slightly. Lengthen your spine. Imagine a string gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. From this position, slowly rotate both legs to the opposite side. Your front leg becomes your back leg, and your back leg becomes your front leg. Don't rush. The transition itself is the exercise. With every centimeter of movement, your hips are relearning how to internally rotate and externally rotate. These are two essential movement patterns, yet they are almost completely neglected in most modern training programs. Throughout the transition, try to keep your pelvis as close to the floor as possible. If you have to lift your hips too high just to switch sides, don't force it. That's your body's way of telling you that your range of motion hasn't been fully restored yet. And that's perfectly okay. Start from where your body is today. Perform 10 to 15 slow transitions to each side. Breathe steadily. Feel the movement originate from your hips, not your lower back. If you can't keep your spine upright, sit on a folded towel or a small cushion. At first glance, this exercise may seem almost too simple, but it quietly transforms nearly every movement you perform in daily life. Next, we're going to complete the strength of the lower body, in a way that very few people have ever experienced. ATG Split Squat. ATG stands for ass to grass, moving through the fullest possible range of motion. This is one of the most complete lower body exercises you can do. A single movement that simultaneously strengthens the knees, restores hip mobility, improves ankle mobility, builds endurance in the quadriceps, and develops balance throughout the entire body. If you have knee pain, stiff hips, or limited ankle mobility, the ATG Split Squat will show you exactly where your weakest link is. Start in a split stance. One foot in front, the other leg behind you. Keep both legs aligned in a stable position. Place one foot firmly on the floor in front of you. Rest the knee of your back leg on the ground behind you. From here, stand as tall as possible. Lift your chest slightly. Brace your deep core. Engage your glutes to keep your pelvis stable. Then, slowly drive your front knee forward. Allow it to travel past your toes in a controlled manner. At the same time, lower your back knee toward the floor, while keeping your spine in a neutral position. Your front heel should stay firmly planted on the ground at all times. That heel is the foundation that allows your entire lower body kinetic chain to generate force efficiently. When you reach the bottom position, pause for 1 to 2 seconds. Don't rush back up. That brief pause is where your nervous system learns to control your entire body under load. According to biomechanical research, producing force in a deep range of motion improves the load-bearing capacity of your tendons and connective tissues. It also enhances your body's ability to absorb force while walking, running, squatting, or walking downstairs. That's the kind of strength that everyday life truly demands. Perform about 5 perfect repetitions on each side. As your body adapts, you'll notice stronger, more stable knees, more mobile hips, more stable ankles, and every step you take will feel stronger, smoother, and more effortless. Finally, we come to a posture that has been part of the Shaolin monks' training for centuries. Exercise 6. Horse Stance Hold. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than a simple standing position. Very simple, but don't let its appearance fool you. Stand with your feet wider than shoulder width apart. Turn your toes slightly outward. Slowly lower your hips until your thighs are nearly parallel to the floor. Keep your back straight, your chest open, your head facing forward, your pelvis in a neutral position, your deep core engaged at all times. And then, simply hold the position. That's all. But after about 30 seconds, you'll begin to feel it. Your quadriceps start to burn. Your glutes tighten. The stabilizing muscles around your hips and knees all begin working together. After 1 minute, it won't just be your legs that are challenged. Your willpower will be tested as well. Because this has never been just a leg exercise. It builds muscular endurance, the ability to maintain proper posture, pelvic stability, and the structural strength of the entire lower body. According to exercise physiology research, isometric exercises like the horse stance can increase the functional stiffness of your tendons. When tendons are exposed to sustained loading over time, the collagen fibers inside them gradually reorganize into a structure that handles force more efficiently. The connections between those fibers become denser, and the transfer of force from muscle to bone becomes more effective. That's why your joints become more stable. They wobble less under load, and your risk of injury during movement is reduced. But there's something even more important. Your breathing. As fatigue sets in, many people instinctively hold their breath. It's a natural response to physical stress, but it's also what causes you to lose half the benefits of this exercise. Keep breathing steadily. Maintain a calm, consistent heart rate. When you can remain calm, even while your muscles are working at their limit, your nervous system gradually learns to regulate stress more effectively. Your cortisol levels also tend to become better regulated over time. As a result, your body uses less energy to produce the same amount of force. And that is the foundation of lasting strength. And now, let's put it all together. Here's your daily routine. Reverse Nordic curl, 3 to 5 reps. Dead hang. Alternate between passive and active hang for a total of 30 to 60 seconds. Fingertip push-up, 3 to 5 sets. Only count perfect reps. 90/90ths hip switch, 10 to 15 slow transitions per side. ATG Split Squat, 5 slow, controlled reps on each leg. Horse stance hold. Hold for 60 seconds, repeat for 3 sets. Practice 4 to 5 days a week. The changes won't happen overnight. One day, you'll simply notice your body feels lighter. Less stiffness, smoother movement, stronger joints. The real secret isn't the exercises. It's consistency. You don't need perfect workouts. You don't need hours in the gym. Even 15 minutes is enough. Because the body doesn't change from one big effort. It changes through small actions. Repeated consistently, until they become your new normal. Start where you are today. Stay consistent, and let adaptation do the rest. Thanks for watching.